gotta get swifty. Now I know how Daffy Duck feels. Student Loan Forgiveness Supreme Court. Insane how the US grew up right next to Canada and we turned out like this. It's like when one sibling goes to Harvard and the other dies pantsless in a meth lab explosion. Interesting. You're gonna get blocked by all billionaires. Envy, I guess. I don't get why they don't like me, Jerome. I only do good. And this is the Elon parody account. But still, this guy actually does think he's doing good for people. Now he's limiting how many tweets you're allowed to view and respond to. If students wanted their loans forgiven, why the F didn't they just take Sam Alito on a luxury fishing vacation and tell him how to vote? I mean, show some initiative, people. Love Jeff Tiedrick. This is awesome. Telling people not to shop at your small business to own Republicans. Since the Supreme Court had ruled that businesses can discriminate, no sales to Trump supporters. We only sell to any churches flying a pride flag. Awesome. Oh, this is awesome. Apparently, this guy and some other guy, I think, have been harassing Starbucks workers.
TikTok, please find this person. TikTok, please find this person.
And that's that. Goodbye. Clean up, bitch. Clean up, bitch. Clean up.
Find this person.
And that's that. Goodbye.
The and their two friends have been harassing different Starbucks locations throughout the
Clean up,
city
bitch.
district in this.
Clean up and stop fucking.
They and their two friends have been harassing different Starbucks locations throughout the Fidi district in Nip.
My God. Yeah, this is one of those instances in which people do need to get together, use the internet to find this cretin. Let's find out who he is. Oh my God. Why is he even allowed in there? You speak like someone who's never been smacked in the fucking mouth. The Remedy Pacifier. Great song, highly recommend. I haven't been knocked out and yet somehow I'm still perfectly fine. It's weird. Oh, Pucifer. Okay. For as much as I love Tool and appreciate APC, I haven't really given Pucifer a fair chance. They played Close recently and I wanted to go, but I couldn't. I do know that song, though. Good song. Okay. I was thinking this right as I scrolled to your comment. I've got a penchant for smokes and kicking douches in the mouth. Sadly for you, my last cigarette's gone out. Okay. I ain't clicking that link. Everyone thinks it's funny to talk shit, berate service workers, and make a mess until they get punched in the mouth. With all the shit Starbucks has been doing to their workers and to the public, I say, who cares? Just do it. It's the assault charge that stops anyone from beating their ass. And more likely to be on camera and posted all over social media. Didn't bother that guy, though, did it? Depending on the narrative, it's either hero or villain. Yeah, except, witnesses. Imagine this were a bar with a bouncer at the door. What do you think would have happened? I wonder if they think they're not going to get charged for this and pay for damages. Probably not. That's why it's on TikTok. You think Starbucks management is going to do anything about it? These people sure as hell didn't do anything about it. Germans literally have a word for it. Backpfeifengesicht. No, Backpfeifengesicht rather means a punchable face or a face someone would like very much to ruin. Okay? It's like they learned to use the internet and find like-minded people, which empowered their shitty beliefs. Oh, I've seen this bastard before. He got knocked out outside of a store on Broadway. Where's that video? I want a justice boner, such inner confliction. That's the problem. It would be pretty easy and satisfying to sock this queen right in the mouth. But with the cameras pointing, not worth it. Who says? As soon as he hit the camera person, it's self-defense or defense of somebody else. Who cares if you end up arrested at first? My money is on no charges. It wouldn't be as weird to see somebody whose cheese done slid off their cracker by themselves acting out like this, but they have friends who accompany them to their freakouts at Starbucks. That's just super odd. You ever see a Waffle House video? You ever see the Cracker Barrel videos? Late night diner videos? Unfortunately, I don't have a link. I saw him get KO'd in person as I was walking down Broadway. Got knocked the fuck out right in front of the McDonald's and his two friends screaming, acting like they were victims. People like him seek attention, even if it's the wrong kind. They don't care about anybody. Okay? Look up the address printed on the vid. The person said they were told to take down the video. Allegedly, this has happened more than once every time, and the cops, of course, show up 30 minutes late. I've seen this guy at the ferry. They're a group of 3 that just scream and bitch at people. There's a Whole Foods in the financial district that they go to as well. Maybe it's because of that Mizzy shit. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative, okay? These assholes are well known in the Fiddy area. It's not just the one guy. They're all total shitbags. They scream at commuters, get in people's way, chase them into traffic. Apparently, they have escalated to destroying stores. Never seen them in the subway stations, because all those stations have cops. Well, what difference does that make? U.S. laws are strange. If this was done where I live, instant jail sentence of no less than maybe 3 months or up to a year. And that's after getting beaten up by people in the cafe. Well, he did say, "I'll kill you," while holding a metal stand. Definitely a case for criminal threat and attempted assault with a potentially deadly weapon, among other things that are probably on the maybe, maybe not misdemeanor side. Clearly, you're unfamiliar with the highly effective and proactive force that is the NYPD. These people will never be held accountable. I wish they would change the laws that if something is thrown at you, it's assault, and you can defend yourself. I believe that is the law. At least that's what I would go with. I would never let that little douchebag toss a heavy object at me and leave that building walking. Seriously, if it's in the U.S., just assume they had a gun. If he had a gun, he probably wouldn't bother with that shit. I knew someone that dealt with the situation where some homeless guy came in and started causing a ruckus. One of the employees attempted to get him out of the store. Then he got aggressive with her and swung at her. Another employee stepped in to defend her. It turned into a big altercation. Punches were exchanged and the associate was fired. Fuck Starbucks for that shit. Hey, if corporate says not to intervene, then let them do what they want. Hand them items to throw against the wall. Stand back while they trash the whole place. then close up for a couple of hours to clean the mess. I wouldn't be cleaning anything. If corporate says you're not allowed to close the store, then you leave the debris and shit exactly where it is and let the customers climb over it. Malicious compliance is the only antidote to any bullshit management. Schultz would turn the employees into breakfast sausage if he could get away with it. Starbucks is rotten. As a supervisor, I got threatened with being fired for defending one of the employees from getting into a fight with a customer. Absolutely wild. Yeah, it's illegal to throw things at people. It's assault, it's battery. If someone just spits on you, you can press charges. Now, you can't leave. Now you can't leave. I don't know what any of this shit means. What is this? I don't know what movie that's from. I remember the look on their face and how the expression changed immediately. They knew right then they walked into the wrong bar. What a fucking scene, so underrated. Ah, A Bronx Tale. Definitely recommend it. It's more of a coming-of-age movie than a mob movie, although the mob plays a big part. Here's the scene in question. Yeah, let's see it. Now you can't leave.
Fellas, using not dressed properly, he's gonna have to leave.
Properly? Jimmy. What's wrong with the way we're dressed?
What's up?
This gentleman ain't dressed right. I asked him to leave.
Is there a problem then?
The problem is your man here says we're not properly dressed, like our money ain't green. We just want a couple of beers.
A few beers, that's it.
That's it. We'll be on our way. We ain't looking for trouble.
Spoke like a gentleman. Give me the beers. Go ahead.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
You got some brews down here, nice cold ones. Get us some nice cold brews. Come on. Two over here, huh? One more over here, one more.
All right, brothers, if I may, a toast to our host.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Look at all these get over. Hey!
Oh, you again, huh?
That wasn't very nice. Now he's gotta leave.
I'll tell you when the fuck we leave, all right? Get the fuck away from me.
Go watch the bites, man.
Now you can't leave.
Oh.
I will never forget the look on their faces. All 8 of them. Their faces dropped. All their courage and strength was drained right from their bodies.
Oh my God. Is that freaking Rob Schneider? That guy looks exactly like Rob Schneider. I doubt it is, but whatever.
All their courage and strength was drained right from their bodies. They had a reputation for breaking up bars, but they knew that instant they made a fatal mistake. This time they walked into the wrong bar.
Come on, motherfucker! Come on, you scrappy motherfucker! Come on! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Come on!
Thou shall never love another.
I shall never love another.
And stand by me all the while.
And stand by me all the while.
Happiness with the heartaches.
Take happiness with the heartaches.
And you go through life wearing a smile.
Go through life wearing a smile.
Oh, how happy we will be if we keep the 10 commandments of love.
Step on his fucking head! Come on, get him out of here! Drag him the fuck out! Come on, move!
All right. I find it hard to believe. I hope this isn't supposed to be based on a true story. You awake from a deep trance. Step away from the phone to see your friends and family. You posted 473 times last Tuesday. Except for your trans daughter, right, Elon? The deliberate lack of self-awareness from people like Musk is breathtaking. Like, truly fucking breathtaking. It's something with the conservative's brain, no self-awareness whatsoever. Yeah. Saying it's deliberate is like giving him more credit than he deserves. I love it when business owners tell me not to use their services. In foods, if the waitstaff seems like they are inadvertently or subtly trying to stop you from ordering a certain item, it's because the item sucks and they're hoping you'll read in between the lines. Elon is just giving us good service and telling us to avoid the wrong dish. The mental gymnastics you Elon guzzlers think up. He doesn't have any friends, and his family secretly hates him. And I did not see a single one of these posts because I blocked his sorry ass. Elon left his credibility back at PayPal. Damn. The Musk dick sucking is really, really in full force here. Really, really in full force here. Elon simps are so funny to me. What exactly is your end game? That one day you'll bump into him in an elevator, show him all the times you defended him, and then he does what? Gives you $5 million or makes you VP at Tesla? Or maybe you're trying not to be so obvious about maybe being paid to do this. Like 10 cents for every 100 posts, is that the going rate? When's the last time you think he saw one of his 10 kids? Another Opera GX win. It's July 2nd, and Opera GX official is still being gay. I can't even be American in peace anymore because these companies are stepping over their boundaries and pushing their agendas. Just because of this post, we're keeping the Pride profile pick up for another week. If you're bragging about giving your 2-year-old granddaughter a shotgun, I don't want to hear shit about how it's the left that's grooming your children. Guns don't have sex with children. No, they just kill them. Nobody on the left is advocating for having sex with children anyway. You fucking moron. I'm getting really sick of this shit. The left is grooming your children. Guns don't have sex with children. You assholes are having sex with children. I swear, all of that difficult, confusing, frustrating times they had in the 60s couldn't be near as bad as the shit we're living through today. These people want to eliminate LGBTQ. They hate minorities. They hate women. They hate the non-religious. They've got the IQ of a fucking grape nut. They're grifters, they're liars, they're cheats. They're all about the Christian religion. Every fucking day, literally every day, there is another member of clergy that has been arrested or charged with 50 billion terabytes of child porn on his computer or on his phone. There is nothing that could be more akin to a groomer than somebody on the right. And they're just going to project it all onto innocent people. It's insane. Ripping away the right to an abortion, clearing the way for anti-LGBTQ discrimination. Standing directly in the way of student debt cancellation. Extremists on the Supreme Court are out of touch, out of control, and facing a growing legitimacy crisis of their own making. Ignore the Supreme Court. Yeah, ignoring them's really gonna help fix this. Ignoring this problem is the reason they blocked student debt relief. They have now allowed businesses to legally discriminate against LGBTQ. Discrimination is supposed to be illegal. They have literally legalized discrimination like it's 1952.
I hear you say this on camera. You telling me that these shoes that I have on, right, are different from these shoes right here. Those are the same exact shoes. You mean to tell me that my shorts, which are regular shorts, because they have some type of design, and he has on the same shorts. I don't worry. What is this, Parliament? Yeah, nobody ever come to this racist ass shit either.
Here we go. Texas pastor David Walter has pleaded guilty to possession of more than 100,000 images and 5,000 videos of child sex abuse materials. A major child labor rollback goes into effect in Iowa this weekend. 14-year-olds can now work in meat coolers. 15-year-olds can join assembly lines. And 16-year-olds can serve alcohol. In a few weeks, similar rollbacks take effect in Arkansas. You want to talk about grooming children? Put a 16-year-old girl behind a bar. See what I mean? Have you ever been to a bar? Even on a slow night? You know, the place where adults go to get drunk and try hitting on each other. The anti-groomer party wants to make it legal. Well, they did make it legal. Now your 16-year-old daughter can work behind the bar in one of these places. Because children should be getting jobs, and they don't want to hear about LGBTQ because those people are grooming children. So if little Susie Q doesn't get a job on an assembly line at like 15, or she's not married and pregnant by that time, because the party that hates groomers wants child brides and child pregnancy to be completely legal. She can then go work behind the bar, serving alcohol to horny, drunk 50-year-old men. For some reason, they don't think this is a problem because, of course, women never have problems at bars. Ha! No red hats allowed. Good. I hope everyone fucking does this. Can't spell hatred without red hat. Well, too bad that would only be relevant to people that understand spelling and language. I actually love hats, and I see a lot of sweet red ones that I would like. But I'm like the only white guy where I live, so I'm afraid it will look racist. See? Maggots are ruining businesses. Probably will be sued. Too bad. No, they can't. That's why they're doing it. Court just ruled businesses have the right to discriminate. They're doing exactly what the Supreme Court is allowing them to do. Both sides. Ah, shit. Once again, Fox News trying to make Democrats look bad by leaving out all context. Tax may be put on violent video games to help prevent school shootings. Oh, look, the government found a way to profit off of school massacres. Took them a while. Video games to prevent school shootings. Oh my God. Elon Musk uses endless money to not pay the bill. As usual, Elmo is lying about why his hell site ain't working. Twitter stopped paying its Google Cloud bills. Okay. Pete Buttigieg on the homophobic DeSantis video to CNN. I'm going to leave aside the strangeness of trying to prove your manhood by putting up a video that splices images of you in between oiled up shirtless bodybuilders. And just get to the bigger issue that's on my mind whenever I see this stuff in the policy space, which is, again, who are you trying to help? Who are you trying to make better off? And what public policy programs do you get up in the morning thinking about how to solve? Nice one. Just remember, friend, a $5 iced latte a day is $25 a week, $100 a month, $1,200 a year. After 10 years, that's $12,000, which is still nowhere near enough to put down as a down payment on a house, so enjoy your espresso in peace. A 11-year-old girl at Trump rally says she loves Trump because he only tells the truth. She has been groomed. This is what grooming looks like, folks. Okay, the thing I can actually talk about. Mass default on student loan debt would be a really effective message and a fuck you to this country from the folks most impacted by our constant slide backwards. Just don't pay it. Hit the bricks en masse. I love the way this guy thinks. It would be awesome. But that's the problem. This is America, where we boast about all of our freedoms, but don't understand them. It would work out so wonderfully if every single person were to do that. Not even every single person. If 70, 80, maybe even 90% of people that still have unpaid student loans were to do this shit, that would be exactly what this country needs. That would so be a really, really excellent push into sending a message. But you know it's never going to happen. People are going to whine and cry about it, and then they're going to keep paying on their loans. And they're going to keep paying for the rest of their lives. Every shootout with Tony Montana.
So?
Okay. Perfect time for me to go on a little break. I shall leave you with Tony Montana, since we were just watching a Bronx Tale scene. I'll be right back. Enjoy, all of you cockroaches.
You got any money?
You got your stuff?
Sure, I has this stuff, but has it right here with me now. I got it close by. What's the up with it?
I don't have the money either, man. I have it close by, too.
Where? In the car?
No, not in the car, man.
No?
How about you? Where'd you have your stuff?
Not far.
Okay. You want me to come in? We start over again, Mike?
Where are you from, Tonio?
What the fuck difference does it make where I'm from, man?
Coño, cógelo con usted easy, man. I just want to get to know how I do business with
You're gonna get to know me when you start doing business with me and stop fucking around, Hector. okay?
Mira, Antonio.
What's the
Miguel.
storm?
¡No te muevas, cabroncito!
Páralo en el baño. Ahora.
Oh, frog face. You just fucked yourself. You steal from your dad.
Yeah?
Okay. You going to give me the cash? Or do I kill your brother first? Before I kill you.
Why don't you try sticking your head up your ass? See if it fits.
Yeah? Sube el volumen.
Yes, of course, sir.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yes, I understand. Of course.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Es chance, pendejo.
Fuck you. Okay?
Yeah, man. Went in and out.
Take him out of here, quick. Chichi. Chichi, get the air. Está bien, Tony.
That's not all the shootouts. That's one shootout. Fellas, is it gay to say good morning? See what Andrew Tate did to the world? Now that's something that's a societal ill that you can feel confident in comparing. Mainstream media not sanitizing the far-right challenge impossible. These moms call themselves joyful warriors, but they're mad. Mad at teachers, principals, and the president, and they're fighting back. Joyful warriors fighting back. They have been designated officially as a hate group. They're quoting Adolf Hitler. They're banning books, harassing teachers and librarians, causing all manner of chaos inspired by hate. They're not some grassroots bunch of moms. They're a well-funded extremist arm of the GOP, using your children as props. Are you serious with this garbage? Who's hating on the ally puppy? Been a follower for a long time. Time to unfollow. Peace. This isn't a fucking airport. No need to announce your departure. Who could hate on the ally puppy? Of course the puppy's gonna be an ally. Look how cute he is. Puppies love everyone. Lies, lies, I tell you. That is also what grooming is. First thing she said was, what is this nonsense? Why does the toy shop preach lies? That's the daughter. Fucking 2 years old. It's even more funny because their children, the fruit of their mutant loins, would never be anywhere near smart enough to speak so eloquently. They wouldn't be smart enough to speak that eloquently at 12 or at 20. Come on, make money. Oh boy. Just look at this Karen, made of pure molten Karen. Poured and cast into a Karen mold right at the Karen foundry. Bonafide scandal. On the legal level, it means the court decided a case that was not real or controversial as Art 3 requires. On the political level, man cited in Supreme Court LGBTQ rights case said he was never involved. Do you have any idea what they're doing in France right now? All the shit they're doing in France, they are even destroying things that should not be destroyed because they're just wantingly burning everything down in their path because a black teen got killed by cops. This is what happens in France when they piss the people off. This is what happens in America when they piss people off. The fat bitch just shows up in an article, people read it on the web, and make Karen jokes. That's how Americans react to shit that goes on. The new American dream is to be able to afford to leave the U.S., emigrating to a country that actually takes care of its people. That would be freedom. Look, I'm a farmer. Musk limited views on a website he's trying to sell advertisements on. Don't ever tell me he's a business genius ever again. God, I love it. I'm sure this has nothing to do with it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And here I thought he was jealous of all the free PR OceanGate was getting. Hey, he's welcome to strap himself and a half dozen billionaires into a tin can and drop himself down the sea anytime. Nah, just wait a couple more years till his rocket to Mars blows up and takes them all out. I wonder if he'd be stupid enough to actually go up in his own rocket, or if he'd just send other people as fucking crash test dummies first. Got some people on Twitter saying if Musk made the submarine, it would have been great. And other people shouting them down and saying he would never be brave enough to ride in it himself. Dude, did you see that thing? Did you read about the Xbox controller they were using? I could build that thing. I don't have to be a billionaire. He's way too much of a little girl to be brave enough to make a sub-hull out of some non-standard material and dive in that. Like, for instance, glazed bricks. I heard Zuckerberg say that Elon Musk wouldn't have the guts to dive to the Titanic in a submarine made of glazed bricks in 1,000,000 years. And he'd cry for his mommy after about 100 feet. Hey, that's an insult to little girls. You have no idea what we go through at that age. This is funny. Dude legit thought, I'll just stop paying the bill for the servers. What's the worst that can happen? Cherry on top is that only the Twitter front end is refusing to serve up the content. The back end didn't get the memo. So it rapid fire spams their servers with hundreds of requests when someone over their limit tries to look at something. They're probably using more resources in limited mode than they could in unlimited mode. Not only did they shoot themselves in the foot, when the doctor went to amputate, he cut off the wrong leg. Hilarious because it's worked for him in the past. As a billionaire, he can bully real estate people and employees into doing things for him for free. But this is goddamned Alphabet. You don't bully Alphabet. His cult of personality doesn't hold a candle to the real tech monsters who have made themselves integral to society. Musk and all of his shit could disappear tomorrow and we'd be fine. If Alphabet tanked, shit would go wild. He tried to do the same a few years ago in his Tesla factory in Germany. Just refused to pay the water bill and then complained to the local government that he is being treated poorly by the water supplier and may have to cancel the project if they negotiate more favorable terms. For some reason, he thought the water utility cooperative would take marching orders from the government, and they did not. It ended up costing him more than 10 times the cost of the water, because everything had to stop since they just turned off the water for over a week until he paid his bill. European Union in general doesn't fuck around, and God help those that try and mess with their unions. A lot of Europe is fantastic. Someone who gets rate limited and can't view posts would probably close Twitter and stop sending the requests. As a quick solution, it's not idiotic. But again, he created the problem in the first place. I was sure it would be about Musk, but I wish people would just stop using Twitter. He's trying to cull Twitter to its profitable subset. Twitter was always about its integrations. Its API was always a big, generous server-side cost center. It was never appropriate to frame those integrations as bots in contrast to real users. The value of a Twitter account is that potentially millions of people would see your tweet. Cutting 90% of viewers off makes that value valueless. Who's going to pay for a blue account if nobody's going to see your comments? Same with advertisers. Who's going to buy ads if 90% of people suddenly disappear or have been booted for tweeting too much? He has about the abilities of a small town car salesman, but with old money supporting him. He knows how to sell stuff to gullible people. His rise coinciding with the new possibility to visualize products that don't exist or aren't possible, more or less realistically with CGI. He conned billions into thinking, for example, Hyperloop was a good idea by showing them pretty pictures. Remember Hyperloop? Skeptics thought they'd never make it, and now we're zooming around the world in his network of vacuum pipes every day. Oh. Funny thing is, none of his fans are talking about his brilliant Hyperloop these days. He found a way to extract money from making promises during his work at companies. He took that to the extreme with ridiculous promises around things like Hyperloop, tunnel boring, and travel, Mars rockets, Tesla pickups, solar energy, and so on. Meanwhile, he's learned you don't have to deliver a product to make money. Loads of money. In the end, he is building a tower of promises that simply has to tumble down at some point. Okay. A narcissist coming from a wealthy family? Yep, those sound plentiful. Although the number went down with one recently. Okay, I didn't get that for a second. Musk's courting of racists and bigots scared away a lot of the advertisers. He needs users to contribute money in order to make up for the lost advertising rev. To force users to pay, he is limiting the time they can spend on Twitter. The less time users spend on Twitter, the less appealing Twitter is to advertisers. Return to step one. Oh no, underpants gnomes? So either he hasn't paid the cloud bill, or is somehow switching off access to anyone without an account. He has caused it all to go into meltdown. Yep, he hasn't paid his bill. Let's take a look. I'm cool. After Elon Musk halted payments under new CEO Linda Yaccarino, Twitter has started repaying its Google Cloud bills. Platformer first reported that Twitter had stopped paying its Google Cloud invoices as part of Musk's drastic cost-cutting spree. Twitter had signed a multi-year contract with Google to host services on its servers, including fighting spam and removing child sex abuse material. Google had initially struggled to communicate with Musk to discuss the unpaid bills, and had tried to reach him by contacting staff at SpaceX instead. Twitter typically pays between 200 to 300 million a year for cloud services from Google. Since Musk bought Twitter in October, he's claimed that the social media company had been on the path to bankruptcy and has drastically pulled back on spending. He chopped Twitter's workforce in half the week after he took charge, and has been incrementally laying off other staff ever since. Twitter had also cut back on free food for staff, auctioned off company merchandise and office supplies like industrial pizza ovens and swivel chairs, and tried to bring in more revenue by introducing charges to access the site's services, such as with Blue Check. And Google Cloud isn't the only company Twitter owes money to. A series of lawsuits allege Twitter stopped paying bills to a number of companies under Musk's control. These allegations range from unpaid invoices to marketing companies for branded merchandise and rent for Twitter's offices, which has already led to the company being kicked out of the office in Boulder, Colorado. Damn. America was such a bitch on Friday and now expects me to attend her birthday on Tuesday? I don't think so, sweetie. Greg Abbott, the little piss baby, cancels mandated water breaks for workers and reveals the new Texas state flag. Yeah, that's what I think of too. Do you remember that scene? When RoboCop hit him with the car, which was right after this? He just like exploded into mush. I mean, I know that's not how like instant radiation poisoning works, but oh god, the 80s had such great practical effects in their movies. Okay, I'm done here. See y'alls.